Petunia. It truly is a marvel to see someone of your stature here in refined company. Tell me, did you bring your sewing kit? I had Papa buy me the most elegant and yet of modern times sewing kit. It truly is the latest of the latest. As you can see, a variety of different thimbles and yarn, thread, all of the tools that I might need, along with this little extra supply. Don't worry, I'll make you into a seamstress girl very quickly. But tell me, are you acquainted with the Vlasics? The Vlasics. You're not acquainted with the Vlasics? Listen, I think the poets might have something to say about that. I'm going to be acquainting you with the Vlasics very quickly. I want you to just... The church bells ring as the Vlasics are brought out. Give it a good whiff. Give this Vlasic a good whiff. What notes do you smell? That of Aristotle? Plato? Yes, give it a good whiff. Nietzsche, I can detect that as well. It tastes very much like 15th century Gregorian chants. Quite. All who hear the bell toll. Give it a good little snap. Give it a good little bite. A little chomp. A little nibble. A little... Very good. What do you detect? A fair maiden should be acquainted with all of Vlasics. I dare say a woman who doesn't know 4 languages is a woman that is quite subpar within this modern society. A lady must have 5 hobbies at all times. Refined, mastered. Yes, I do detect a little bit of some, perhaps, George Eliot. More like Anne Bronte. Definitely a little bit of Anne Bronte. I'm going to put the Vlasics away. I know, it's a very girthy stack, isn't it? The Vlasics taste so good. I'm going to be measuring you now, Petunia. Making sure that your mind can and will absorb all the Vlasics that will be thrown your way. We cannot begin your higher education, that is befitting of a lady, without making sure that your skull is able to absorb all of the information. Yes. A resound. Oh, give me one moment. I'm just gonna have to go right behind you very quickly. Good Lord, the ladies are getting into a catfight. 10 inches. Very nice. Very good. My skull is 8 inches. So, granted, you might have a bigger skull than I do, but I have a more petite skull. My skull is so petite it can be crushed within the palm of a hand. Just girly things. So now I'm going to be tucking that away and merely making a little point. Boom. There. And now I'm going to be grabbing another point, so that way we can collect these points, so that way you can understand what point I'm trying to make. I think this nice little magenta will service me correctly. Boom. I'm just going to leave that there as a nice little point to leave. We're going to leave that off right there. And now a final pearl one. Very nice. I'm going to be leaving that right there. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to return to the Vlasics and see if you can keep up now. Tell me, what was the first Vlasic that we covered? Tick-tock, 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 tick-tock. Yes, that is correct. A very Aristotelian, Platoan, Nietzschean sort of work. Now, what is the second one? Yes, I detect a little bit of George Eliot, a little bit of Anne Bronte. I'm going to be opening up the Vlasics yet again. Please do prepare yourself. Sartre, Foucault. You detect a little bit of Simone de Beauvoir. Take a little crunch, a little snap, a little taste, a little. Yes, you detect the same very 60s French New Wave. I appreciate how you're keeping up. I was surprised to even know you would even recognize the first of Lassic. Yeah. You make your first assumptions on this one. I will not guide you. Take a little snap, a little chomp, a little taste, a little bite, a little snack. Very good. Yes. Euripides. 1000%. But do I also detect a little Shakespeare? Are you English? British? English? Yeah, I have some water here. Wash your fingers with some of the water. Press your fingers in there and wash it. Psych. It was vodka. I only wash my hands with straight vodka. Now I'm going to be inspecting you a little closer, just to see if you're truly capturing the education that I am providing for you today in this hour of this eve of minute. I'm just going to be looking through. Give me your eyeball. I'm going to be just looking through your eyeball very quickly. Very good. I see that you see that I see that you see what I mean when I say that I mean what I mean. But let me see your other eyeball. I'm going to be just looking through your other eyeball. Keep this eye closed right here. I don't think you see what I mean, what I see when I say that I mean what I say, what I mean in this eye, which means that the left side of your brain is a little bit disproportionate with the right side of your brain. Open that eye, now open the other eye, now close that eye, now keep that other eye open. Okay, very good. I'm going to be just looking at this. Okay, very good, yes. I see that you don't see what I see, yet I see what you see when I see that I see. It's very odd and curious. I'm not going to lie. I refrain from speaking further until I've accumulated a little more evidence, I would say. I'm going to be just merely prodding to see if your loose train of thought can fit through this eye of a needle. You know what they say. A rich man can never pass through the eye of a needle. A camel has more luck. But yet, to the kingdom of heaven. But yet, look at that. You can't pass through this eye of a needle, yet you're so poor. Dare I say, your mind is in the shape of a noodle, and it cannot pass through the eye of a needle. It takes absolute talent to be this dim-witted. I assume that you might not be needing your brain any further, so I'm just going to be doing some experiments. Keep your eyes as open as possible, please. Keep your eye as open as possible. I'm going to be merely plugging this needle through the middle part of your eye, just to readjust some of the particles inside of your brain, so that way your brain can capture more information more accurately and better. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Blink, 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 blink for me. Blink for me. Excellent. Now I'm going to be working on this other eye right there. Keep your eyes as open as possible, and I'm going to be just going in there. Okay, don't move. You will be left blind. I'm going to be moving and just jimmying in some of this little loose particles inside of your brain, so that way it can be nice and sorted out. That way the information can carry and travel with great ease. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now that we've sorted out the most important aspects, which is your skull and your cognitive functions and your brain and your ability to retain information and your ability to process information and your general short to long-term memory and your general sense of recall, I will now be truly testing your understanding of the Vlasics. Because I don't think you understand truly what the Vlasics mean. Their cyclical weight, their message for every upcoming society, civilization, individual, collective that comes around. It truly births warnings and fun tales, practical and applicable for all stages and all generations that therefore come. But you don't understand that because you think you exist in a vacuum. Why? Because your brain was stuck in a vacuum. And I have just sucked it out of that vacuum. And I will be cleansing it of its vacuumy state. Tell me, as we dissect the final classics. Vlasics. It takes such a long time to open something so worthwhile. So much information stored within. So much knowledge and wisdom. So much to learn. Are we not just fractals among fractals within a tiny tier among this grand ocean of possibilities? Even an ocean is an understatement for the infinity that lies before us, behind us, beside us, around us. We are surrounded by infinity. So, I dropped the Vlasic. Never drop the Vlasic. Tell me. These are more rare items. Rarest items. Take a bite. Take a bite. I too taste the Library of Alexandria. Damn that Julius Caesar. I'm glad he got stabbed to death. A2 Brutus. If after everything that I've done for you, you turn out to be a Brutus, I will stab you 33 times. I will cut you before you cut me. Let that be known for you, okay? I will not be repeating Julius Caesar's mistakes. I have learned long ago what that means and what that entails. And if I see myself going down that Julius Caesar trajectory, I will trajectify myself into you. Let that be known. The Hellenists really knew what they were talking about. Astronomy, eclipses, ellipses, the trajectory of the moon, the Babylonian astrology. Taste this. You tell me first what you taste. Mesopotamian literature. It does taste like King Nebuchadnezzar. And Daniel's dreams. We have one more Vlasic left. Is your soul prepared? Open your heart chakra. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. It does taste like prophecies and divinations. The Book of Enoch, perhaps. Mm-hmm. This does taste like the Book of Enoch. I'm going to be tucking away the Vlasics. You need to preserve them quite thoughtfully. I'll be gone once. You have a lot of studying to do before you're up to par in this modern society.